Hi.
Okay, we are back. Okay. Sarah from Iraq, introduce yourself for the team, please.
Yeah, hi, how are you doing? Hi, guys. My name is Sarah. I'm from Iraq. I'm English teacher. Nice to see you guys.
And we have
Nice to see
other
you.
English teaching here, okay?
Hello.
Marie
Okay.
from Caribbean, okay?
Mhm.
Guys, today we have reuniting here many cultures, right? Which is so good because you can share our culture, okay?
Okay.
Let's go like off the cuff, please. Who wants to go first? Raise your hand.
Well, you
Let's
should
go.
start first, Tony.
Let me ask something to Marie. Marie, what do you think about those brave people here who are trying to improve their broken English? Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Don't.
You're going to do great. As long as you believe in yourself and you
Yeah.
practice, you're going to do great.
Yeah.
Yes, of
Yeah, of
course.
course.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm just kidding, okay? I like kidding around.
Mm.
Okay. Who is
We
the
know you
first, please?
already.
Be brave, guys. Don't be afraid to make mistakes because you are here to improve, okay? Let's go. Off the cuff now. Who wants to go
Mhm.
first, please? The other hand, I will choose you guys.
Okay.
Sarah, let's go,
Let's just
Sarah.
start. Okay, yeah.
Mhm. Let's go, Sarah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Where's the-
Let's
Okay,
go.
let's start.
Off the cuff. Off the cuff.
Okay, so what's the topic for today? I don't get it.
I just repeated right now. Right now we go off the cuff, okay? Do you know about off the cuff?
No.
Could you please explain to him, Marie, to them? Off the cuff, that means improvisation. Nobody prepared nothing, okay? Just let it flows, right? This is called off the cuff,
Off the cuff.
okay? Sarah, first, go, let's go.
Okay.
Before you fly, say something.
Because until now I don't
Okay, let me say
understand
something quite
anything. So
important.
I
Guys,
will start with
don't
you
worry about
and
if you
give me the direction.
don't have nothing in
Okay,
mind,
maybe
just go with the
I
flow.
can
Just go
start.
with the flow,
Okay,
okay?
Tony, let
Okay,
me.
yeah.
Let
Okay.
me.
Okay, okay. Let
Okay,
me the
so
second one.
hello, Sarah. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So we've been talking about English learning process, and so Tony prepared some steps, very important. So we've just read it and discussed about it, and maybe I can add something to the topic. So I think that we are here, most of us, or maybe everybody, are here for just communication with others. For me, it's a main goal just to communicate with the people from other countries. So because I'm very surprised and I'm curious about, the culture, the people, where they live, how do they, experience the reality, because we are, as we have never been before in the same situation, that we experience the same unfortunately bad thing, it's called pandemic, so we are, linked to each other at this subject. So it is something, the thing which combine us as, because we experience more or less this situation. And on the other hand, we are different, and this difference I like a lot, and I would like to know. And the English language is like a tool for me to just be aware, be aware about situation in, other countries, and what people think, what they like, and, they experience, their thoughts. That's That's my so goal, maybe not so specific, but you know, in general.
Well said. Okay, Sarah.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's an amazing topic to speak about. Already we have the last lecture we are talking about the 7 ways to speak English and to improve your English. So I think yeah, it's very good to be fluent in the language, and if you want to achieve that, it's always doing that by practicing. So you should practice a lot, and in the same time you should be aware of everything is just to speak English in a good way or in a better way. So I think, yeah, it's just it's need a commitment. When you do something, you should complete it in a perfect way. It's not just for studying or just academic work or something like that. No, you should just be aware of everything, of their culture, of their connect with the native speaker, know a lot of them about and in the same time listen to the pronunciation of the words. How can they do it? Even when you have something, there is a lot of idioms, there is a lot of phrasal verbs, because we have a lot of sessions, and each session we are just specify for something. As you know, we have the lecture about idioms. So this is it's just because we don't know it, but when we have the curiosity about the language and we want to learn more and more, so that's why when we just become close to the language, we know that there is a lot of idioms the native speaker use in their daily life. So that's why if you want to just to be good in the language, you should be have the curiosity of everything, of their language, of their culture, of their tradition. So for me, yeah, if you want to have the fluency in the language, you should be there is something should be inside you, the motivation. If you find the motivation inside you, you should do everything that you want. And in the same time, already we say that if you want to be fluent in the language, watch videos, listen to music, practice a lot, have a conversation with the native speaker all the time, or just have this curiosity, or don't forget to have fun when you learn the language. Because if you are feeling bored or just studying all the time without noticing or without understanding anything, that will not make you reach to any point. So that's why when you have the language, or when you want to be good in any language, it's not just for English language, we are speaking for all the languages. If you want to learn something and you want to be good in it, so you should have this motivation. You should love it. It's just like a love story. This is just like that. If you love English, so you will love everything about English, and you will see it. It's just an amazing language to learn it. And you know, it's an international language. And if you want to have the succeed in your life and to have a better job, a better life, so you should have this language in your life. And for me, because I like English very much, and I see this is just a part of my life. I can't even imagine myself or imagine my day without speaking in English or listening to English. Even if I don't have anyone to speak with, I'm speaking with myself.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
I
know
can't
you.
live without
This,
speaking English. Yeah. I would
yeah,
like to hear from you, Marie,
this
the
is a
first step,
command
okay?
between us.
Yeah. I can't live my
Mhm.
life without English, okay?
Yeah, I
Please,
know you
Marie,
already told me.
yeah, please could you explain about the first step as an English teacher you are, okay? Be specific with your goals. A huge mistake many people make is trying to take on too much at once. Please.
Okay, be specific with your goal, meaning that you have to make sure that this is what you want to do. If you set that goal, it has to be. Okay, some people will say, okay, I'm going to do that now. And then a few months, they decide to do something else and forget about the English because it was bored. To them, it was bored. So as long as you set a goal, you have to make sure this is what I want to do. You have to focus on that one goal that you make and make sure you keep it. Okay, trying to take too much at a time. Yes, you are one person, you cannot do so much at once. Okay, so sometimes you're influenced by other people, the way they learn the language, and it might not work the way they're doing it. You have to find the way that it's going to help you learn the language. Some people love to read, some people don't. So if you don't love to read, why go read a novel? It's not going to help you. It's going to be boring. If you love to listen to music, then there you go. This is your way around learning the language. If you love to play video games, this is another way of going around learning the language. So you have to do it the way you love. Okay, and of course, they said too much at once. It's what too much is for you. You have to know your limits. You have to know when you're pushing yourself and what is not enough and what is too much. It's up to you. Nobody cannot tell you that this is too much for you or that is not enough. It's up to you. So it depends on your goal. If you set that goal and you know yourself, you'll be able to know where your limit is and how much you're gonna get done during a day. Okay?
Right. Yeah. The other hand, you get lost everything you learned. Yeah. Okay. Who else would like to say something? The second step, please.
Well, I want to say something.
Okay.
Well, like we are talking about here the goals. Like for me, the situation was kind of different. Like when I started learning this language, I haven't had anything like that in my mind. But after a few months of learning and after I explored this language more and more, then I got to know that how this language can help me to connect with the world. And more importantly, it is helping me in my own country. Like I'm from India. So India is a kind of country where around the 10% of the total population speaks English as a second language. And it's a very diverse country. So it is, first of all, helping me in my country to connect with the different culture, connect with the different people. So this was the first goal which compelled me to learn this language. And yes, when I had started learning this language initially, I was doing the same mistakes. I was taking too many words, too many vocabularies in a day to remember. And after a few days, I forgot everything. But after I got further and further and further, and as I started exploring this language more and more, I came across few facts about this, that it is not about that how bigger and how complex your vocabulary size is. It's about that how fluently you can use all that word, whatever you have just learned. So for me, thing is always like same. Whatever you have just learned, try to practice that and try to put that whenever you are talking to someone, and that is the one way which you can practice and take your English to the next level. So this is just what I want to say.
Okay, let's Nazmul finish his speech. Sorry, Nazmul.
Yeah, your second step.
The third step.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was about to say when the time ran out.
Yeah, learn whole phrases. Yeah, I think to learn whole phrases or learn phrases, we can short our speech and we can decoration our speech, or we can decorate our voice. I think so. You know, the American native speakers uses more and more phrases, and when I write in my teacher and I just check out from him, that times he just pushes me always use phrases, because it's a very, very nice linguistic meaning when you write it or when you speak it. So I think so. Sometimes it's like that's a shortcut. It's not shortcut to learn. It's just a shortcut to meaning a whole sentence. I think so. And he pushes me always. Just you overcome your shortcut ways. You learn for the long time. You learn for the years. Like you can speak. You can just explore your culture, your express your feelings, these types of arts. For that reason, just when we learn whole phrases, whole sentences, that times we can learn whole things. I think so. That's it.
That's all?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, answer, please.
Mhm.
Step number 3 or 4, if you want. You can discuss about every point in here, okay? Just
Mhm.
choose one for you.
Oh, okay. I can say learn all phrases. I think it depends on who you were and how is his year for you for learning. For example, like me, I really like to use many things like reading, practicing, so speaking in English, and as well writing, because sometimes I'm so lazy, I'm really lazy, and I don't know, sometimes if I say, okay, I want to write one article about, I don't know, something that I really like, and I try to do it in English, and it's so difficult to me because I can't speak in English, but it's so huge, and I do more mistakes on writing because I don't know, because I just not trying to do my best perhaps, and sometimes if I hear some word and I try to write it, so I just write it wrong. And learn phrases for me is not just like speaking or using in your daily basis, but writing as well is one of the way that you can remember the word. And sometimes when I speak like that, I do more mistake, but when I just think about it and try to write it, and I say, oh, I always repeat this mistake, but when I write it and I see my mistake and I say, okay, I need to be careful. So next time I don't want to repeat this same mistake. And and as well, if I record a video, since I didn't have any someone to practice my English, and I record the video and I will listen that, I will listen my voice, and I say, oh, I do this a mistake. So I try to be like not my teacher, but to adjust what I do, not that I do wrong. And as well, the really big problem if you learn a new language is a little bit like if you don't know to swim and you were in the middle of the ocean, so you are afraid and you don't know where you have to go and what thing you have to do first. You're just like, I want to learn English, but you don't know what the step for starting. And yeah, that's why that many people wanna go to someone who can help them, like a teacher or like a language school. But if you were a person to wanna experience yourself and say that, yeah, I wanna to learn English but by myself, because you just like learn it for fun, and yeah, trying not really focus because you don't have a really goal, not a specific goal. I know it's one of the first steps to be a fluent in English. But if you don't really have a specific goal in English and you just want to learn it for fun, I think it's so difficult for knowing where exactly starting. And the problem as well, more you go deeper, more you see that, wow, I am so far from my goal. And as you say before, to be specific is one of huge part for knowing who you were, what is your goal, what you did before, and as well, like you say, okay, I did that and it's not for me, so I need to change my my method, because perhaps the method that worked with Tony, for example, is not working for me. And just knowing who you were and know that,
which kind of method you think is better for you, and this is great. And as well, sometimes for me, for example, when I start learning English, and I thought that learning English during 2 months or 3 months, it's enough. But after that, I say, okay, I want to give up. I want to give up because it's really hard for me and difficult for me. And I'm so impressed seeing someone speaking English fluently, and I feel like ridiculous. I'm saying, okay, how is possible that this person can speak English like a native speaker? And I'm just gonna try. I'm here every single day during 3 months, but I feel that I'm not improving, if even it's a little improvement. But one thing that I see that I am improving, so I am in my improvement, is I record the video before, and after 3 months I rewatch my video and say, oh, okay, I can see the evolution, even it's not huge, and I need to continue doing that. Sorry, I talk a lot.
That's all. That's all. Wow.
Yeah.
Georgie, please. Yeah, great speech. Yeah, wow. I'm impressed. George, please. Say something before you fly, George.
Oh.
Yeah. Use it before you fly. I need a load.
Okay, I'm not sure that
guys, you can choose any.
That my connection is
you can choose any question here, okay? Step 1, step 2, okay? Just go for it. Let's go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is my voice clear?
It's okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, words you will use. This is kind of interesting because in everyday life, if we need to learn English, we need to communicate with someone else, and without using these words, they are just blank. I don't know. They're just blank, and we don't know the real meaning of it without using it in real life. So we need to find these words and this vocabulary that we need to communicate with people in I don't know, maybe during the work or during something else. For example, I need to know more technical English rather than just advanced English, because in my case I need to speak about something tasks, something to do, etc. And it depends on the daily life, what you want to learn. So that's all. I cannot speak more about it.
Okay, who else would like to say something?
Okay, Tony, I want to ask a question to Murray.
To Murray. Is Maury, yeah? Maury Laila.
Yes, go ahead.
Maury Laila, let me say something first of all, okay? Your English is beautiful, your accent, okay? I love English like yours, okay? It's quite clear, you know, I can understand every single word you speak, you're speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, Sunil, please.
Yeah, okay. So Murray, the question is, like, being a native speaker and more importantly, being an English teacher, what kind of like suggestions you want to give like a beginner, those who started learning this language a few weeks ago or like a month ago? Because we know, like, in order to have a good command on this language, we have to do practice and we have to speak this language as much as possible. But in order to step in that path, we have, like, before that, we have that sort of fear in our mind. So my question is, what kind of steps or suggestion you want to give to a beginner in order to avoid that fear of speaking, like being a teacher?
Okay, first of all, you have to be ready to make a lot of mistakes. And As a beginner, it will sound stupid to you when you just start learning the language. Maybe you'll be eager to start already and you'll go listen to something on YouTube, a video, and then you're not understanding and you get bored. So this is where you are tempted to be discouraged. But then you have to encourage yourself somehow to continue, because at first it will sound stupid. So you need to learn the language at the level that you are. Don't listen to something that is not at your level, which is a beginner, because it will always sound stupid. You will get bored before you even go into it, and you will not be encouraged to continue. So you have to encourage yourself. Go look for resources that are at your level, use resources at your level, and don't compare yourself with other learners. You might be saying, okay, he or she is better. I want to be like that. Yes, you want to, which is what you're planning on doing. So that shouldn't discourage you to listen to others and feel like this is where I want to be, of course. But at the same time, you have to encourage yourself. Okay, this is why I'm going to learn the language and I'm going to push myself. Okay, so do it the way you love. If you don't love to read, don't go reading a newspaper or a novel. You need to read small portions at a time. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
May I ask one question to Marie?
Yes,
of course.
go ahead.
Okay, I have this question. The most challenging part for me is listening. I mean, when I listen to you, your sound is very soft, very clear, but you know that you are speaking with non-native speakers now, and you try to be more understandable. But for example, when there are native speakers around me, and I need to somehow catch the idea or to understand well while they are speaking to each other and not directly to me. What is the best approach? What do you think is the best approach to be more to find the way to understand them well? Yeah.
Okay, that is a very challenging part, to be able to understand somebody speaking, because of course they have an accent, plus they speak their sentences very fast, so you're not able to catch up on every sentence or word that they're saying. So I normally tell my students, you need to look for the keywords in those sentences. And of course, if you're having a conversation, then do not focus on just one word that the person's saying. You have to look at the keywords, which is going to be a little challenging. But this is where you have to ask questions. If you don't understand what they're saying, ask questions, smart questions, so that they can repeat themselves. Because it's not going to be easy just understanding them right away. You will not, until you improve yourself better.
Yeah, sometimes use imitation. Just listen and imitate their speaking. It's really helpful.
Yeah.
And I want to say, stop making plans, stand up and start to achieve your goals. This is really important, because sometimes we are just quicker and say, okay, I will not start today, I will start tomorrow, and tomorrow after tomorrow, and you will not do anything. Just commit on yourself. Maybe just spend 1 hour in a day listening to English. This is really helpful. You will just feel yourself.
Delaying is the worst thing that you might do. But I mean, I started to watch Hollywood movies with subtitles, and sometimes I turn off subtitles, and somehow magically, I don't know, I started to understand their conversation. Maybe I cannot understand 100%, but almost 70-80%. I can understand I can get the idea of what they are speaking about, and I think
You should not
Yes,
be
and
upset of that. This is just the beginning. It's just a step by step.
Yeah, step by
yes,
step.
After
and
that, you can.
the most helpful part, the most helpful method for me was to watch something that is in my field, that is interesting for me, because more or less I know what they are talking about. And it helps me to concentrate, and also to be understand the idea of their speaking. Maybe I think yes, it's the right way to do this. So
Okay,
Yes, but
like
in the same
George.
time, the most worst part is just to want to be like a native speaker.
Mhm.
This really will make you feeling bad, and in the same time make you quick all the time, because to
Mhm.
be like them, this is not your origin language. So it's okay to have mistakes, to have a lot of mistakes, and in the same time learn from your mistakes. It's okay. Don't be upset, or don't be say, okay, I will not be like them.
Mhm.
Because if you want to do that and
no.
all the time you want to be like a native speaker, this is really very hard. It's need from you to spend it's not a month, no, it's need a year to be like them, and just maybe to live with them. You will be like a native speaker, but just to be all the time and thinking I want to be like them, no, this is really make you quick, and in the same time you feel that you are very tired of just want to be like them. So just to start and just focus on your language. What's the most important is just to have a language that make people understand you. This is really important.
Well said, Sarah. Well said.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
like George, like you asked a question that you have a problem in listening. Like
Mhm.
this is a truth. Like you won't be able to understand each and every single word spoken by anyone. Like every time, like Maurice said, you have to pick the keywords, and you have to try to the context, the general idea of like what they're talking. If you will be able to pick that context, you will definitely be able to understand them more than you are doing currently. And more importantly, like it's not just our problem. Even though native speakers face that sort of same problem. Like for an example, a British speaker is speaking to an Australian speaker. Okay, so both the person have different accents. So when the British speaker is speaking something to the Australian speaker, sometimes that Australian person also don't understand something. They do have the same problem. So it is not just about you. Like everyone have that same problem. So you just have to like have the idea of like the general sense, like what they're talking. Like right now, you can respond to any question because you know that what kind of topics we are discussing here. You have that sort of like the general idea, the background knowledge of what we are discussing here. So you can respond to anyone's question and you can understand what we were saying here. So the same with the movie, the same with the real conversation. Just try to pick out the general idea of like what you are like talking or what you are listening. Just try to pick that keywords because every
But
sentence has those sort of keywords.
yes, but movies is harder to listen because there are speak on different kind of topics in movie. But if you are looking something like TV show or I don't know, maybe something else, you know more or less the topic. But in movies, different people speak with different accent,
Yeah,
and
compressing
and
words all the time.
also
No?
yes, intonations are high and
Slangs,
low, and
compressing
also
words. Mhm.
yes,
It is
yes, and
complicated.
it's quite complicated. And at the beginning, I found myself quite disappointed because when I started to watch in original without translation, I don't know, it was a really nightmare. I thought that I will never able to understand it, but nowadays, more or less, when I started to watch with subtitles, and sometimes I turn these subtitles off to check myself, yeah, can I get the idea or not? And nowadays, more or less, I realize that I am on the right way. But still, it's very challenging for me.
Yeah, okay. But George,
Yeah, there is a
I
short
got a word
stories
for
on
you.
YouTube. Really, it's helpful
Yeah,
and it's obvious and helpful.
I've got a word for you, George. Today you watch movie with subtitles, tomorrow without, right? Step by step you
Two
go.
times, this my fault, but I cannot watch the same thing 2 times. I don't know. I can't concentrate.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
George.
Okay, Marie.
Yeah, George, I take it that you are watching something that is at a higher level than what you are at.
That's what I'm saying.
This
Yeah,
is why you were disappointed
this
and
is
you were
not your
getting.
level.
Maybe, yeah.
But
Yeah.
how can I
Start from
improve?
short
Maybe you are
stories.
doing too much, right, Marie?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe he's doing too much,
Yes,
right?
he's watching a movie that is not higher than his level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are
I-
quick in
You have to
saying,
take
and
it
you
easy.
can't catch
Maybe he's
every
trying to
single
push
word.
himself to learn fast, right?
No, no,
Yes.
this is not. This make him disappointment and not learn anything.
Mhm.
Right. So you have
Okay.
to
Just
look at
take it
something
step by
as
step. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
step
this
by
is what
step.
what I'm doing in with my students. I just started from the basics, and after that, it just the language is coming. It's just a step by step. Don't do that fastly. You can
Mhm.
start from the short stories on YouTube. There is a lot, and there is a lot of conversation. Just for introduction, for in the hotel, in the restaurant. Start from
But
this one.
this is too easy, and I don't feel that I improve myself by watching this, because it's a very simple and very easy conversations like this. But
Mhm.
Okay, so
Okay.
if you have a
But-
problem with your listening skills, then you have to start small so you can practice your listening.
Yeah.
That's
That's
how you
okay.
have
Yeah,
to start.
yeah. I agree.
By the
do that.
easy one, let's start by the easy one.
Even you
get
say that it is not your level, but you should start from this. And in the same time, don't say that grammar is not it's not good for you. No, you should know the basics in order to build something good. You should have a strong basic. That's why after that you will have a perfect language.
Mhm.
Even the grammar is boring, I know, but you should know it. It's just like you are building a house.
We love
You
grammar.
should start from
Sorry, we love
strong.
grammar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I already explained the present simple for these sessions, for
Yeah.
last
Don't
sessions,
say
and
I
you
hate
know,
grammar.
it's just to know the,
Yeah.
yeah, don't say
Anita,
that.
please, let's Anita. We have 1 minute, okay, guys?
Okay, so maybe very briefly, that I get used to the thing like that. So I watched the particular video, or I listened to particular podcast over and
This is
over
for you.
again, sometimes
for
1,000
you,
times.
Get closer, please, Sarah.
Okay. It's
Grammar,
obvious for
English
you or
grammar.
not? It's English grammar, yeah. So you should start from this.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the first time, because recently I found a very beautiful film. It's called Chocolate. It's on Netflix. So I watched it maybe, I don't know,